Anthony Edwards is evolving, and for a guy that just was an All-NBA second-team selection, averaged 26 points a game, 5.4 rebounds, 5.1 assists, and 1.3 steals per game last year, that is scary. The evolving part comes with his three-point shot. He was 46% from the field last year and 36% from 3 on 7 attempts, but he was 39% from 25 or more feet, which means a lot of those pull-ups that he shot were not good. 31% on pull-up threes, whereas he was 38% on the catch-and-shoot three ball, so maybe he should stick to the catch-and-shoot, but as you'll see in this video, he's starting to develop a step-back game, a pull-up game, all that stuff. He was 34% on step-backs last year, but he has a lot of improvement, and you'll see that in this video with the step-backs. With the behind-the-backs, Anthony Edwards is going to be a problem. Ant looks more than ready for this upcoming season. Looks like he's been in the lab this offseason working on that three ball in particular, like we just talked about, because it looks a whole lot better. All right, let's watch this play here as he's going to come up. No ball screen, no nothing, just straight up facing up with OG Anunoby, a great perimeter defender in the half court. Going to go tween and then just a little punch dribble, step back, and knocking it down. I mean, that's tough, right? He could really, and the thing about Ant is, as a defender, as OG here, you're thinking he's going to try and go by because he is so quick, and you know he's got the floor space now with DiVincenzo, Naz Reid, both guys that can shoot 40% from 3. Jaden McDaniels has done that before, so you have to respect these guys. And as you think that Ant's going to drive and try to kick to initiate offense, and then he just pulls up, I mean, not much you can do here if you're OG Anunoby. If he's going to hit this shot with a hand in his face, good contest. If he's going to hit that, you might lose. This is a fantastic transition offense by the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? So Dante DiVincenzo starts with the ball. He's going to kick it up to Josh Minott, who is getting out and running, and then Ant is getting out and running in front of him. And watch as this play develops. So he kicks it up to Minott, who, without even dribbling, right up the floor to Anthony Edwards. I mean, Karl Towns really has no time to react because of how fast this is, and of course, you can get the ball up the court way faster passing it than you can dribbling it. Anthony Edwards catches, sets his feet, and knocks it down. And that's not an easy shot to hit if you're Ant right there. Running full speed, stopping, collecting yourself, and knocking it down, that's tough. Here's some activity on the defensive end for Anthony Edwards, right? So Cat sets the screen. Jalen Brunson's going to be attacking Josh Minott. And instead of just sticking with Cat here, he's going to come and Ant's going to come and get the poke from behind because Minott he gets split, right? He's not where he needs to be. I understand maybe they're switching, but if he's supposed to be hedging, then he should be up here instead of all the way back here, because that makes it so much easier for Jalen Brunson to do what he does right here and just split it, go right by. Now Minott does get a hand in, and it helps that he's extremely long and athletic. He gets a hand in, Ant gets a hand in, and then ends up kicking around to Rudy Gobert, who has trouble picking it up, and then the Wolves are out and running. And this is a team that's really going to get out and run this year with the wings that they have. Mike Conley as point guard. Dante DiVincenzo is playing very well as kind of the secondary ball handler right now, but brings it up, Cat and OG got to talk about this. If OG's going to stop the ball, then Cat has to drop and get first pass. If Cat's going to stop the ball, then OG has to drop and get first pass. They both go to the ball, right? And that's just an easy dump off to Anthony Edwards for the three ball here in transition. That jumper looks really smooth right now. All right, so once again, this is where Anthony Edwards' game is evolving, right? So we're going to get into an early pick and roll, or early screen action here with Naz Reid. Doesn't necessarily have to be a roll because Naz can pop, he can roll, he can do really a lot of things. That's the beautiful part about Naz Reid. But Josh Hart, first of all, I imagine they're switching. This is a wing-on-wing screen defensively, so Josh Hart should be up to hedge and then take Ant. And McCall Bridges should not be going under the screen. Whatever they're doing, I don't think they really talk this out here. Because Hart just kind of stays back here the whole time, even though Naz Reid's popping and McCall Bridges is still trying to guard Ant. So let's watch this back. Like we said, early pick and roll. Minott's making a rim run. You got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante DiVincenzo spacing the floor, and McCall Bridges goes under the screen. Easy read for Ant. Easy three ball, knocking it down. With that being said, if you've made it this far into the video, make sure to the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of people that watch these videos are not subscribed, so if that is you, go ahead and fix that. Also, we're looking for about 200 likes on today's video, and go check out our football channel. And with that being said, back to the video. All right, this play here, Not much to break down. I mean, it's a 5-on-4. I don't know where the fifth guy for the Knicks. I think it's Brunson. He's probably still back on the other end of the court. But 5-on-4, Ant's just going to knock down the 3-ball. It's pretty easy. All right, so once again, this is the evolution of Ant and how he is growing and developing as a young player, right? So let's back this up. So early pick and roll, once again, this time it's with Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert doesn't have the ability to pick and pop, so you know this is going to be a hard roll. So Cat's back here, play and drop coverage, right? So OG, pretty good defense. He jumps this, and as OG jumps it, right, Ant's going to immediately go behind the back. He reads this top foot of OG, and then as soon as he goes this way, Ant is behind the back going that way. McCall is going to dig in a little bit, but he's just going to attack Karl Anthony Towns going downhill. Obviously, he's much, much quicker than Cat, and Cat really can't do anything. Maybe, pull up, hit a jumper off too, but hey, if he's got this 1-foot floater in his bag from the free throw line, I'm not against it. So now we got a little bit of a stronger side ghost screen with Jaden McDaniels running right off OG, and then Gobert's going to bump Mikal Bridges, and then he's going to come set the screen on OG, right? So we see the Warriors run this a lot with Steph Curry. Obviously, Jaden McDaniels isn't exactly Steph Curry. He was about 10 percentage points behind him on three-point shots last year. But still, you can run this. It's pretty effective, especially if he was to throw the flare and Jaden McDaniels catches it going downhill. Anyways, he doesn't. So, right, another screen, a great screen by Gobert. Anthony Edwards reads Karl Towns very quickly, right? Karl Towns is in no position to help out right here whatsoever, and this is, like we said, the evolution of Anthony Edwards, him now being able to knock down this jump shot off the pick and roll, off the pick and pop, whatever you want to call it. So once again, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves trying to push the pace. Good outlet by Rudy Gobert, kicks it up to DiVincenzo, who's going to bring it up. You'd think he's looking to send it up to Anthony Edwards, right? Obviously, Jalen Brunson thinks that. Look at his high foot. He's already jumping, trying to intercept this pass. So what DiVincenzo does is he lobs it over the top. Brunson's already beat, and there's nobody. Right? OG should be over a little bit more. Josh Hart, I guess he's fine. McCall stopping the ball. Cat probably should be back a little bit because Rudy Gobert obviously doesn't really represent any threat running to the three-point line. But anyways, throws a flare over the top, and that's an easy dunk for Edwards. Timberwolves are going to be running in transition a lot. Once again, this is where we see a different version of Anthony Edwards. This time he's working off the screen. Once again, he's going to be attacking the post here in Karl Towns, but he's going to be coming to his left. And in the past, we'd see him pull up for a jump shot, which I still like. I love Ant's mid-range. However, he seems to like this 1-foot floater a lot. He gets OG on his hip, and honestly, it's a better shot, right? If OG is still trailing right here, that little one-footed floater is probably a better shot than the pull-up jumper because OG can still get back and contest. So once again, Cat playing drop coverage, playing 2 here. McCall's tagging in, but overall, Anthony Edwards just hits the nice little floater, and that's really tough to stop. And yeah, even with the changes, this Timberwolves team led by Ant will be right in the mix when it comes to winning the West and getting to the NBA championship to probably face the Celtics. They've added more offensive help with an all-NBA guy in Julius Randle and then a great spacer and defender in Dante DiVincenzo, a couple of great rookies that can really put pressure on the rim. And overall, I think this Timberwolves team might be a little bit better than last year's squad. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.